I've managed to find a copy of what was broadcast. I can't find my original recording now, but this was broadcast on NTV, and specifically the words I'm supposedly saying, dubbed by a Russian actor, are not in the original interview.
Будем честными, народ голосовал, а политики изначально не хотели никакого Брексита. И теперь просто торгуются между собой.
Она даже поставила на карту голову, пообещав, что уйдет в отставку, если план поддержит. Даст шанс новому взгляду и новому подходу. Даже это не помогло. Но посмотрите на это с другой стороны. Она собиралась стать еще одним премьером от правящей партии вслед за Кэмероном, который ничего не сделал и спокойно ушел наблюдать, как страна разваливается.
И кажется, уже непонятно, как ей действовать, потому что, с одной стороны, ты...
The previous interview that I did before this about Masha and the bear was equally questionable. And when I asked to see the original footage, I was told it wasn't possible. But I was assured that the words dubbed were an accurate representation of what I said. I think in both the Masha and the bear interview and in this one, I was speaking in English. And in both those two interviews, I was being recorded in the UK by a Russian-speaking cameraman who was delightful, and we had a good relationship. And so somebody's asked me for more details, so I'm putting this out just so that we draw a line under this. The only reason I got involved in these interviews was because of a charming student called Andre, I think, who promised to, who after I was concerned, promised to arrange an interview to correct the station's errors. That interview took place, or at least I ended up in the station waiting for Irada Zeynalova to come and see me, and in the event after 2 hours it never happened and I went home. I said in the previous piece that this was on a Saturday evening, a broadcast. The actual program was on a Sunday evening, it's a Sunday evening news show, and it was very much a it was sort of it was a mixture of Newsnight and the Graham Norton show, and it was very much a staple of Russian state television. But they were trying out these techniques. How far could they go? And the point is, at the same sort of time, the Russian TV, the Russian media was looking at dubbing and the problems of dubbing. Elton John called this out, and he was concerned about the way that dubbing was taking place in Russia. There are many advantages and disadvantages of dubbing. I mean, on the advantage side, you've got that wonderful example of the British dubbing, completely wrong, of The Magic Roundabout, producing an entirely new program and something which was simply delightful, where Pollux becomes Dougal and achieves cult status. But in Russia, you have the dubbing and the censorship in Marvel films, taking out all LGBTQ plus references, and so people are going to see what they think is an American film or a British film, and it bears very little resemblance to the reality. Just some very small changes are enough to distort that narrative, and that's the fundamental